Hello everyone. So welcome to our channel TechKnowG. So today we are going to see what is the DevSecOps. Okay, then why do we require DevSecOps? How it is improving the software development lifecycle. So as I want to go with the basic things, so I will tell you entire things. Just see what is software development lifecycle. Okay, so the software development lifecycle, it is also known as SDLC. So the IT people might understood this, what is or a developer or a DevOps engineer or a tester or any kind of security guy also can understand what is SDLC. So SDLC is basically it's a process or a procedure which or a model you also can say which is used in IT industry while developing or creating any app. It may be a website or it may be a Android app. I mean, it may be a Android app or iOS app or anything. It may be. So there should be a process that everyone should follow, right? So that's why we use the term called software development life cycle. Life cycle. So now we have understood what is software development life cycle. What there we used to do is plan, we used to code. So these are the steps. Then we used to run, means build, then test, then deploy. So basically, this is the procedure which we follow as a software development lifecycle part and in every industry. Okay, so then after, I hope you got what is software development lifecycle. So whatever what we have seen till now, what is SDLC, software development lifecycle. Two, so majorly, you also need to understand in order to understand what is DevSecOps, you also need to understand what is DevOps, right? So DevOps is a because DevSecOps is basically adding security in DevOps pipeline only. Okay. So DevOps here, what is the agenda of the DevOps is to automate everything. So in software development, what are the steps like plan? We have seen, right? Plan, code, build, test, deploy. So what this DevOps pipeline used to do is DevOps is a basically it's a culture which needs to be followed by the every organizations. Okay, which need not, if you want, they can follow to improve their automation process. Suppose it's like suppose a developer written a code, okay, and he pushed it into the GitHub, and what what that should be done is here by using some tools we perform the automation like Git. This build should be done after every Git what can you say Git push. Okay, after every code that is pushed into the GitHub, so the build should be run. And again, if any other developer has pushed the again the code, so again this build should be run. And again, this unit cases, test cases will also be running. Okay, and if there are any failures, that will be again going to the developers, and then again like that. So there will be a CI/CD pipelines, continuous integration and continuous deployment pipelines by using some kind of tool like a Jenkins or Azure DevOps. Okay, and we can also use the team cities. So these are all continuous integration tools where we integrate all our testing or maven is a dependency tools. So any application if we want to run, so there we require the dependencies, right? For the developer will not write the each and every code. So we use the dependencies. So to import those dependencies, we have the Maven for building. Okay, import and build those dependencies along with the source code. And after that build is completed, this build file will be deployed in the servers. Then only we will be getting the URLs and all, and we will be able to run the applications. Okay, so that's why we require this is a DevOps pipeline basically. So there will be some kind of automation tools like configuration management tools. So management tools like at the deployment stage, these will be used for creating the servers and all. Means for maintaining the server configurations. For creating the servers, we use Terraform and all. So these are all DevOps tools like Jenkins. Okay, we do have some Artifactory. So these are all DevOps tools. So if to adding DevSecOps, what is DevSecOps now? I hope you got a understand about the DevOps. Okay, so after understanding the DevOps, you need to now you can understand what is DevSecOps. I think so. DevSecOps is adding security to DevOps pipeline. So we can have multiple definitions for DevSecOps, like shifting this security to left. So why do we call this? It may be an interview question. Why do we call shift left security? Okay, because previously what every organization used to do is like PAN. They used to plan code. So this regularly like deploy. After deployment only, we used to run the security testings. Okay, like we used to run a comprehensive scan using the Qualys or tool. Okay, these are some industry level tools for vulnerability management. So where we can find the vulnerabilities present in the code, like that in the application. And after that, we were using some pen testing. Means we used to perform the pen testing. So after entire application development, we used to perform the security testing that is at the right hand. So the shift left approach is like we have added security at every stage. Okay, security at every stage of software development lifecycle. That's why it is called DevSecOps. That is called DevSecOps. Shift left approach. Okay, let me erase this all. So now what we can do is the DevOps pipeline only we can integrate the securities. Like we do have some kind of techniques way through which we can integrate the security, like secure threat modeling. Okay, it's a kind of designing. It's a designing part. So suppose if you have any application, let's say e-commerce application, Amazon kind of thing, or Flipkart, or any Mintra. So these are all e-commerce, right? And we do have some banking applications. Let's say ICICI Bank, okay, or HDFC, or any etc. Any kind of banks. So in order to build this kind of applications, there should be some kind of compliance, right? So compliance in the sense legal actions. So legality, you can say, like they should follow those rules. Suppose e-commerce application, here we will be having some credit card information stored in the application, right? So that need to be followed by a PCI DSS standards. Okay, these PCI DSS standards are useful for cardholder data security. Cardholder data security. This we will learn in further sessions. For now, you remember this. So that's why we this is how we in the threat modeling we can assume that what are the threats that could be come to this kind of applications, and we design our security tools and the security guidelines in such a way in this threat modeling, we design these all guidelines for that application in a planning phase. Okay, in a planning phase. So this is a type of shift leopard DevSecOps only, threat modeling. Okay, then after we can see at the code level also we can integrate some tools. Okay, I will show you those tools later, but at code level means in Visual Studio, wherever we write in Visual Studio or any kind of IntelliJ, whatever IDE you are using. So you IDs, you can use some kind of IDE scans plugin. Okay, these plugins will help you to write secure code. Means the developers. It will help the developers to write the secure code. Then after this is another kind of DevSecOps approach. Then we can also integrate security into CI/CD. CI/CD, continuous integration, like in Jenkins CI tool. So CI/CD tool, right? It is a Jenkins is a CI/CD tool. So we will be seeing what is Jenkins or everything. So Jenkins is a kind of tool. It's a framework basically. Tool or framework means a framework is like you can add extensions to it basically. Okay, that's why it is called a framework. And here what we do is we perform unit tests, and we perform deployment. So these all we used to do in the Jenkins. So whatever the code comes from the GitHub that got the build here, and after the build we can perform static code analysis. So it is a DevSecOps process again. It's another. Also you can perform secure code review. Before build also you can perform this secure code review. Okay, before build this, like you can perform, you can sit with the development team and you can note down the points and note down the functionalities which they have used, like access control functionalities or any other functionalities. Okay, like login functionality, so where a proper security for guidelines are implemented or not, that you can check. Okay, so this is again DevSecOps approach. Then after deployment, at the while deploying also you can like we use in DevOps we use Kubernetes. Okay, for this also we can act with like use the security guides, because we can set like access controls and all. In Jenkins also we can set access control, means only not entire team should be accessed, there should be a role based access. Only a particular admin should perform some kind of jobs in Jenkins, like that you can set. So basically, what I'm saying is DevSecOps is like adding security at every stage of the DevOps or software development lifecycle, SDLC, to make it secure software development lifecycle, SDLC. Okay, this is a basic intro video. You can say intro or everything. What is DevSecOps? Also, after the deployment, you can perform the dynamic analysis. I forgot. Okay, dynamic analysis, dynamic application security testing, analysis scan. You can say dynamic analysis scan, or so it is also like scanning the URLs and all. You can find what is it, oh, like website level, what are you can find what are the issues, vulnerabilities you can find. Then you can perform the pen testing as well. After the deployment, you can perform the pen testing. So these are all comes under DevSecOps. So DevSecOps majorly we have three techniques. Means we use three techniques: SAST, DAST, SCA. So this we will be learning in future videos. These three. What are those? Like what is SAST useful for? What is DAST useful for? SAST is static application security testing. Okay. DAST is dynamic application security testing. SCA is software composition analysis. So in future videos, I will be explaining what are these and what are the tools used for it, how to perform it, everything we will be seeing. Okay, this is a basic video. Okay, then we will be seeing further classes. Then thank you all. If you like the video, please like it. If you and subscribe it if you want to see more these kind of videos.